So American banks are in trouble, China's system is shaky, markets are in turmoil. How is the rest of the world faring? Argentina is struggling, with inflation touching 100%. In Lebanon, the currency has plunged to 100,000 against the US dollar. In the UK, the government will be spending more than $100 billion to mitigate the cost of living crisis. And New Zealand is on the brink of recession, with its economy shrinking further. Here's a report.
It's a difficult time to be living in. A host of nations are going through their worst economic crises. Food and essential goods have become expensive. Inflation is soaring. The pandemic still haunts the world's supply chains. And the war in Ukraine is making it worse. It's taking a heavy toll on the world's economy. But some countries are suffering more than others. Let's start with Argentina, where inflation has surpassed the 100% mark. You heard that right, 100%. Argentina is said to be on the brink of recession. It's scheduled to have a presidential election this year. Consumer prices went up by 102.5% in February compared to last year. This is the highest spike after 1991. The prices of consumer goods have more than doubled since last year. And multiple factors have contributed to this rise. Adverse weather conditions, a prolonged heat wave, and a severe drought, to name a few. In Lebanon, the currency is sinking. It's a challenge to barely survive in this West Asian country. It's been torn by years of war, political strife, and a failing economy. The Lebanese pound, also called the lira, has sunk to a historic low. The currency is officially pegged at 15,000 to the dollar. But on March 14th, it was trading at 100,000 to the dollar in the black market. Lebanon's financial system is described as a national Ponzi scheme. The country borrows money to pay existing creditors, much like Pakistan. So its parallel financial system, the black market, is taken more seriously. 75% of Lebanon's population lives in poverty, many of them without basic amenities like electricity and water. The soaring inflation is making matters worse.
Where can we go? Where can we go? They should come take us now. They should just kill us and throw us in the ocean because we can't handle it anymore.
Ramadan is coming now, and we will be forced, in what they call the month of good and blessings, to beg. Today, a piece of lettuce costs 50,000 pounds, and I am retired, and my pension is in Lebanese lira, and I can't even pay my rent. What's my solution?
Reports say people in Lebanon are now resorting to extreme measures, some even taking their lives. In the United Kingdom, even the fittest are struggling to survive. The cost of living crisis has gone on for months. Now the government has announced a budget to mitigate it. London will spend about $114 billion as part of the government's cost of living budget. The UK's economy is struggling, and so are its people. They'll continue to get subsidies on energy consumption. The government will also cut taxes for businesses. Corporation tax will be cut by £9 billion annually for the next 3 years. But these measures are the short-term fix. At some point, the government will have to pull back. Meanwhile, in New Zealand, a recession is much closer than many had anticipated. The economy has shrunk by 0.6% in the last quarter of 2022. And when the economy shrinks for 2 successive quarters, a country is officially in recession. Quite a few sectors have taken a beating. 9 out of 16 industries in New Zealand saw a decrease in activity. Manufacturing was down 1.9%. So was retail trade and accommodation. Arts, recreation, and other services took a 4.2% hit. Transport, postal, and warehousing went down by 3%. These are just 4 examples, but they show the big picture. Countries are suffering, and economies are under pressure.